The Reign of Pebatjma, a Nubian Queen's Legacy. Chapter 1. The Rise of a Queen. Peace in the heart of the Nile Valley. During the illustrious 25th Dynasty of Egypt, a powerful queen emerged from the Nubian lands. Her name was Pebatjma, and she was the wife of King Kashta, a formidable ruler who sought to unify Egypt under Nubian control. This period, often referred to as the Nubian Dynasty, marked a time of resurgence and cultural renaissance in ancient Egypt. Chapter 2. Pebatjma and the Royal Family. Pebatjma's significance is illuminated through the legacy of her children, particularly her daughter Amenartis I. A statue of Amenartis I, now preserved in Cairo, bears the mention of Pebatjma, underscoring her royal status and influence. Amenartis I would go on to become a god's wife of Amun, one of the highest religious titles for a woman in ancient Egypt, showcasing the powerful roles women held in both the spiritual and political realms. Chapter 3. The Nubian Dynasty's Impact. The 25th Dynasty, founded by Nubian kings like Kashta, was a period of consolidation and prosperity. These rulers revitalized Egyptian culture, religion, and architecture. They restored temples, promoted the worship of traditional gods, and reinforced the notion of the pharaoh as a divine ruler. This era also saw significant advancements in art, reflected in the statues, reliefs, and monuments that celebrated both Egyptian and Nubian heritage. Chapter 4. A Legacy of Greatness. Pebatjma's life and her family's achievements are a testament to the greatness that can be achieved through unity and cultural synthesis. The Nubian dynasty did not merely conquer Egypt, they revitalized it, blending their heritage with Egyptian traditions to create a period of stability and growth. This fusion of cultures brought forth a new era of artistic and religious expression that left an indelible mark on history. Reflecting on the reign of Queen Pebatjma and the Nubian dynasty, we are reminded of the strength found in unity and the importance of cultural appreciation. Their story encourages us to look back at history with pride and learn from the past to build a future grounded in respect, collaboration, and shared greatness. Just as Pebatjma and her family harnessed their heritage to forge a powerful legacy, we too can draw upon our history to inspire and guide our paths forward. Chapter 5. The Sacred Role of Amenartis I. Amenartis I, the daughter of Pebatjma, rose to prominence as a god's wife of Amun, a title that held immense religious and political power. As a key figure in the Theban priesthood, she wielded significant influence over the religious ceremonies and temple administrations. This position was not merely honorary. It involved active participation in the governance of temple lands and the orchestration of rituals crucial to maintaining Mahat, the divine order. Chapter 6. The Art and Architecture of the Nubian Dynasty. The 25th Dynasty's architectural and artistic endeavors were monumental. Temples and monuments constructed or restored under their reign reflected a deep respect for traditional Egyptian forms while incorporating unique Nubian elements. The Temple of Karnak, a sacred site in Thebes, saw significant contributions from these rulers, including renovations and additions that enhanced its grandeur. The pyramid-building tradition, revived by these Nubian kings, linked their rule to the ancient pharaohs, solidifying their legitimacy and divine right to govern. Chapter 7. The Political Acumen of King Kashta. King Kashta, Pebatjma's husband, was a master strategist. He expanded his influence into Upper Egypt through diplomatic marriages and religious patronage before fully asserting control. By appointing his daughter Amenartis I as god's wife of Amun, he ensured the loyalty of Theban priests and consolidated his power. This clever blend of diplomacy, religious influence, and military strength exemplified the sophisticated statecraft that defined the Nubian dynasty. Chapter 8. A Period of Cultural Renaissance. The reign of Pebatjma and Kashta marked a cultural renaissance in Egypt. They encouraged the revival of ancient customs and supported the arts, leading to a flourishing of literature, sculpture, and painting. This period saw a return to the old values, yet it was enriched by the Nubian traditions and innovations, creating a unique cultural synthesis that celebrated the best of both worlds. Conclusion. The enduring lessons of the Nubian dynasty. The integration of Nubian and Egyptian cultures during their rule exemplifies the potential for greatness when different traditions are respected and harmonized. Chapter 9. The Strength of Nubian Women. Pebatjma was not alone in her influence. Nubian women, in general, played crucial roles in the political and religious spheres of the 25th Dynasty. They were often educated and held titles that gave them authority over religious and administrative matters. Their influence was not merely symbolic, but instrumental in shaping policies and maintaining the spiritual and cultural fabric of the kingdom. Chapter 10. The Nubian Kings and the Nile. The Nubian kings, including Kashta and his successors, recognized the importance of the Nile River as the lifeline of their kingdom. They implemented policies to ensure its resources were managed wisely, promoting agriculture, trade, and transportation. The Nile's significance was celebrated in their art and rituals, symbolizing both the physical and spiritual sustenance it provided. Chapter 11. The Diplomacy of Pi. Pi, Kashta's successor and possibly Pebatjma's son, extended Nubian influence further into Lower Egypt. His famous conquest of Egypt, documented in the Victory Stela, showcases his military prowess and strategic brilliance. Pi's respect for Egyptian traditions, combined with his Nubian heritage, helped him to be seen not as a conqueror, but as a restorer of order and tradition. His rule exemplified the balance of strength and diplomacy that characterized the Nubian dynasty. Chapter 12. The Religious Revival. The 25th Dynasty's rulers were devout worshippers, and their reign saw a revival of ancient religious practices. They invested heavily in the restoration of temples and promoted the worship of Amun, ensuring that religious life was vibrant and central to society. This revival was not just about religious practices, but also about reaffirming the connection between the divine and the ruling class, strengthening the legitimacy of their rule. Chapter 13. The Fall of the Nubian Dynasty. Despite their many achievements, the Nubian rulers faced external pressures from Assyria and internal challenges that eventually led to their decline. However, their legacy endured in the continued reverence for their cultural and architectural contributions. The fall of the Nubian dynasty did not erase their impact. Instead, it highlighted the transient nature of political power and the enduring nature of cultural achievements. Conclusion: the everlasting legacy of Pebatjma and her lineage. Pebatjma and her descendants left a legacy that transcends time. Their story is one of resilience, cultural fusion, and enlightened leadership. They exemplified the power of integrating diverse traditions and the strength that comes from honoring one's heritage while embracing new influences. Reflecting on their reign, we find inspiration in their ability to unite, restore, and innovate. Pebatjma's life and the achievements of her family remind us that greatness is not just about conquest or power, but about the lasting impact one can make through wisdom, cultural appreciation, and strategic vision. As we look to the future, let the legacy of the Nubian dynasty guide us. By learning from their story, we can foster a world where diversity is celebrated, where different cultures can merge to create something greater, and where the lessons of the past inform the aspirations of the future. Pebatjma's story is a testament to the enduring power of unity, respect, and shared greatness, encouraging us to build a legacy worthy of history's proudest moments. Kindly click like, subscribe, and share this channel.